The Jungle Book is finally here, guys. We have all been waiting to know what did we think of the new Disney film, The Jungle Book. This is the newest live-action film from Disney and Jon Favreau, the man who has brought us Elf, Iron Man, Chef, Iron Man 2, so many other great movies, Swingers, so many Zathura, so many that I can think of. And this movie is the story of Mowgli. He is a young boy who was left on the outskirts when he was a young boy, and he has always been watched by Bagheera. He's been living with the wolves. Pretty much something happens with Shere Khan, who pretty much endangers Mowgli, and now he has to go to the man village because it's the best way he can feel very much protected by these own people from the dangers of the outside world. And in this movie, we get so many great characters that we remember from my childhood. Jungle Book is one of my top 5 favorite Disney films of all time. This always had a striking core with my heart. I love animals. I've always loved animals. My family has gone through so many animals, and I just have this core with going to the zoo and loving these kind of animals. And The Jungle Book has always been one of my favorite Disney films for many reasons. I love the music, I love the characters, I love the property. And I was very excited for this movie because Jon Favreau is a fantastic director. He knows how to do a good film. Examples: Elf is one of the best Christmas movies ever made. Iron Man relaunched and started up an amazing Marvel Cinematic Universe that is so great today. And Chef was one of the best indie films I have seen this past decade. So if anybody was to do The Jungle Book, it was this man because he respects the property and adores the property more than anyone else I could ever say. And how was the movie? This movie is flat out fantastic. If you have not ever seen the original Disney classic, check it out. But this is a movie that completely respects the Disney classic film and respects the classic and nostalgia and brings some material also from the books and respects both of them and makes them into a fantastic film. This movie brought childhood tears to my heart. I absolutely loved almost every single second of this movie. Now, Disney has had such a fantastic year so far. I've gotten a lot of hate because I said I really enjoyed Zootopia. I didn't love it, and I wanted to feel like maybe I could love Disney movies a bit more, and I didn't love Zootopia as much as I wanted to. But with The Jungle Book, I loved this movie. This movie was exactly what I wanted it to be. Disney has such a huge year ahead of them with all of their movies, and this has proven as of right now to be the best film Disney has done so far this year. And in my opinion, it is the best Disney live action movie they have done as of yet. You have some great films that were really great that they have done. They have done some really interesting movies. You have Cinderella, which was great. You had Alice in Wonderland, which I am not a big fan of at all. And then you have some really awful movies like Maleficent. Let's move on from that. And you have The Jungle Book, which is clearly the best film they have done yet. It is so fantastic. And part of the reason is this movie was shot on a soundstage. Yeah, a soundstage. As somebody who is a filmmaker and an actor and a writer like I am, to hear that this movie was shot on a soundstage blows my mind. This movie is so fantastic because you look at these creatures, you look at these animals like Baloo the bear, like Shere Khan, and you don't see anything. You don't see this like being on the soundstage. These things look real and they look amazing. And I have to praise Jon Favreau because in my opinion, he is Oscar worthy at directing. And how in my eyes, he is Oscar worthy as a director in this movie. He goes into this and he brings the characters alive. And he makes the story work. He makes the characters for a 90-minute film work. And that's what I praise about this movie. And you cannot have gone without the fantastic cast that we have in this movie. I'm just going to go off the bat and say the people that stole the movie for me were Idris Elba as Shere Khan and Bill freaking Murray, who I think is the greatest comedian of all time, who I have to admit, when I first heard that he was doing this movie, I was nervous. I said that was not a good idea because I just don't support it. He stole the film for me. Absolutely, I apologize, Bill Murray. You are the master. I salute to you. Shere Khan is absolutely terrifying in this movie. He is absolutely terrifying as Idris Elba is absolutely terrifying as Shere Khan. Absolutely terrifying. There's moments of this movie where it terrified me, and it terrified me. With moments of this character, and you have this dark and sinister voice, which Idris Elba has a phenomenal voice, but he knows how to make the character like come out there and terrify you. And this is not a movie for kids. Absolutely not. Like I would say 8 and up is my recommendation to taking this kids to see these movies because this film is scary. There's moments where I jumped out of my seat. I'm going to be honest. There's moments where I jumped out of my seat because this movie is just so fantastic and so visually stunning and so amazing. You also have Ben Kingsley, the great Ben Kingsley, as Bagheera. He is absolutely fantastic as Bagheera. You have so many great ones. The young boy who I do not remember his name, unfortunately, and I apologize. He is absolutely great. I'm not a fan of child actors, as you guys know, but he is one of the best child actors I've seen in a movie in a very long time. And Christopher Walken, my man. Christopher Walken as King Louis. Best casting ever. Best casting for King Louis. I could not see anybody else being King Louis. Christopher Walken, you are the boss. You're the boss. Everything about this movie works. Everything about this movie goes into great, astounding development. The scenes of adventure and bringing the heartfelt story and bringing the amazing story like it does and bringing the humor with Baloo is just amazing. And that's why I love this movie. This movie brought me tears to my heart. And yes, there is singing. There's not as much as like the original Disney classic, but there's like they bring like some of the big ones that they add in their dialogue, like I want to be like you, the bare necessities, and the other one with Ka. And that's what I like. And you don't hear them at the end of the credits. You do hear the songs. And I love that. This movie was everything I wanted it to be. Jon Favreau has proven that he can direct a good property and make a successful film and make a great movie. This movie is going to make so much money. It is absolutely going to make a ton of money. And I praise that for that film. My only flaw I have with the film is unfortunately Scarlett Johansson. She plays Ka in the movie, and she was like in one scene, and in my opinion, it felt forced. And unfortunately, in my opinion, in my eyes, it felt forced. And that's why I hate snakes, by the way, so that scene creeped me out either way. But it felt forced, unfortunately. And I felt like if you could have taken her character out, then it would have been perfect in my eyes. But that being said, I love The Jungle Book. It's a movie that definitely is a movie everybody needs to go see. If you are 8 and up, go see this. This is not a movie I recommend little kids going to. It will scare the hell out of them. I can recommend that 100%. I would love to go see this again. I'm going to plan on seeing it a second time before buying it on Blu-ray. It's definitely a movie I'm going to go pick up and do a vlog trip and buying because I love this movie. The Jungle Book gets an A. It's a movie that you need to see. This is one of the best films of the year of 2016 so far. It's an absolute fantastic film. If you have not seen The Jungle Book, which has not come out till Friday, if you have seen it, let me know. This movie is an absolute treasure. It's a great Disney film, the best live action one we have seen so far this year. Jon Favreau, I'm proud of you, my man. You have proven that you are one of the best property directors. Star Wars, sign this man up for a Disney spin-off Star Wars movie because he has proven with The Jungle Book and with Iron Man that he can direct a property. Make him do... Actually, I recommend have him direct a Yoda spin-off movie. Well, guys, that's my review of The Jungle Book. Tell me down below, what did you guys think? If you guys have seen it or not, go see the movie. Go see it in IMAX. The movie is a phenomenal IMAX experience. Go see it in IMAX. Guys, I'm Chris Day. Follow me on Twitter at @the Chris_Day. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.